August 26th.
And what was that day like for you? I mean, describe for us a little bit, August 26th.
Everybody in the area was excited. They couldn't believe that a small town was going to get their own radio station. And I think until they actually heard it on their radio that they realized, my gosh, we have our own radio station. And so people would call in that day from not only here in Maquoketa, but from neighboring towns saying, we hear you, you're coming in loud and clear. And it just multiplied from that. I think they would tell their friends and relatives and neighbors if they didn't know about us, and pretty soon our audience just grew because people were so excited that they had a radio station, which was unusual for a small town to have one.
Mostly clear, our forecast for tonight. We're going to have low temperatures in the lower 50s. This pleasant August weather continues. Mostly sunny tomorrow, highs in the upper 70s, and then mostly cloudy on Wednesday night.
I was 19 years old, had just been at the University of Wisconsin for a year and didn't like college and wanted to get right into radio. And they told me the best place to start is a new station because they need somebody and they don't want to pay a lot because they don't have a lot of revenue yet. So I got the job. 45s and albums, and we don't use any of them. But I just decided to leave it there anyway because someday we might. We don't actually have a record player that plays anymore. So we're going to have, and there's an old typewriter, but we are in the computer generation these days anyway.
Yeah.
I think even Mark Schnackenberg has a 20% chance of showers in his forecast for Wednesday night with a low around 60. It's sunny now and 79 degrees.
Gosh, I really don't know. Without thinking about it in advance, we've had a lot of news stories in the area that we've covered, just like Channel 7 has, I guess, that you remember. Presidents visiting Jackson County, Mrs. Carter coming out to the fairgrounds, and I was covering an event where the first George Bush president, the Secret Service said, you can't broadcast here, you're going to have to take your transmitter out of here and set up someplace else. And then, of course, we've had, just this past winter, we had a tragic fire in Maquoketa, and those are the sort of stories, the kind of stories you remember. Seems like there's always something new happening, as in television, as in your case, on a television station. There's things going on every day. You listen to music all day long. You get in on the latest sports and the news and the weather. And so while some people are just plain listening to radio because they like to listen, we're doing it, but we're getting paid for it at the same time, and that's nice.
Great.
Well, it's hard to believe that it's been 50 years in one respect. On the other hand, I put in a lot of long hours, and I know that there's a lot in the past that was hard work, and it's just nice to think that we've hit that plateau, and that maybe now we'll want to keep going a little bit more if health and interest continues.